You're listening to the Geek Blues Podcast, the show that tunes you in and hypes you up on your favorite anime and games. Glad you could make it, Geek Bros and Bluesettes. And now, without further ado, here's Genbu and the Geek Blues crew with today's episode. So sit back and enjoy the ride. You're in good hands. And don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Geek Blues Podcast, where we tune you in and hype you up on all your favorite games and anime. I'm your host, Genbu, and with me tonight, I got Majora. What's going on?
How you doing, man? How you doing?
Pretty good. I'm a little tired. I went through some bullshit today, but I'm doing all right.
Sorry to hear that.
It's cool. It's cool. What about yourself?
Not too bad. Was off of work because of car issues, and my girl got into a small fender bender. Then she came home from work sick early, and she slept for most of the day. So it was a mixed day.
That does sound kind of like it was. Yeah, that is mixed. I did get a good workout session at the gym though, so I'm happy about that. Me and my boy Vinny.
Oh, dope. I mean, I did hit Plat and Siege today, so I can't complain.
Plat and Siege?
Yeah, finally. After fucking going through so many Smurfs, and yesterday I had to play against a Diamond who was boosting.
Oh, you talking about Rainbow Siege?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the hell is he talking about?
Rainbow Six Siege. It's either that or I'm playing fighters.
I forgot you mentioned that in the group text that we all had.
Yeah. I was so heated, dude. I was so heated. I don't even remember what I said.
Well, unfortunately, everyone, Bill and Danny Guy in Space could not join us today, but as you all know, the show must go on, and we got a few things that we're going to be talking about today, and I'm actually pretty excited for one of them. All right, so we are going to be doing a little bit of a walk of shame tonight, and this is actually going to be a part one. Now, as far as the walk of shame goes, I'm sure you guys are like, well, what does Genbu mean? Well, I will tell you. Now, why'd you have to make me laugh right there? I was having a moment.
Because I'm just thinking of all the shame that I'm about to bring to whoever was my fans.
You know what? I might bring some shame too, so don't worry.
Oh, you're the host.
Yeah. Everybody, our walk of shame tonight includes anime that we have never seen, but most likely, that we should have seen. All right. And I'm pretty excited to hear what Majora is going to, shame himself with tonight.
I'm not happy to admit it.
I got a few skeletons in my closet, but I think you might have more.
I'm sure I have more than I even cared to list.
Yeah, and also, this is going to be actually a part one of this segment because when Bill and Danny Guy in Space join us for the next episode, they're going to also be telling us the anime they've never seen but should have watched. So they're not escaping this shame, all right? So don't worry, Major. We're not alone.
All right, good.
So I know Bill and Dan, I know you guys are going to be listening, so you're up to the plate next with your walk of shame, all right? Next week. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys have not watched but should have. I have a couple of ideas based off of past comments and the inability to name that anime opening.
Oh no!
Which we will be doing tonight as well. So now, also tonight, we're gonna do a short spotlight on Toonami, mainly because it was something that was brought up in our previous episode. So we're gonna, throw some information your way, some things you might not have heard before, and maybe bring back some childhood memories for you guys, and we'll see how that goes. All right, so Majora, you ready?
Yeah, I have just a small list of some facts and some funny and a sad facts here.
All right, wait, don't go yet. Hold on. I'm sorry. I did it too soon.
Oh, no problem.
I'm going to give some news first and everything. Then I'm going to give you the stage, all right? Gotcha. And I'm going to piggyback off of you with my little article that I found, in reference to Toonami as well. All right? So, that being said, first up for our new segment. Now, we all know that My Hero Academia has been doing amazing in all forms of entertainment. Anime, manga, movie theaters. But what I recently found out was that they will be doing a stage play next year, springtime, called the Ultra Stage.
The Ultra Stage. Why not just the One for All stage?
That could have been a name for it too. But they're doing a stage play for My Hero Academia in Japan, in Tokyo, next spring. Now, when I read that, I was like, of course. I wonder. You know what? I'm wondering how many people in America would fly over there to see the stage play next year.
Man, if I had the money, I'd probably be there just for the fun of it.
Really? I would. Would I? Yeah. If I had the money, I would go too, just to check it out. And it's Japan, so why not? I would go.
Oh yeah, there's more things to look at there than just that stage play.
And of course, everyone already knows that maybe not. You guys might not know, but they do have a live action film in the works for My Hero Academia. So this whole stage play and this live action film, they're really going above and beyond to squeeze every little bit they can out of My Hero. It seems.
Is it a Hollywood or is it a Japanese production?
I'm pretty sure it said Hollywood. I gotta look back at the article again.
Ooh.
But it based off of actually, I think it's gonna flop because it's so. How are they gonna pull that off? It's so weird. If you look at the anime, all those quirks they got going on, all the animal heads and everything, and how weird they are they really gonna be able to pull all that off in a live action film?
That's a lot of CGI to be putting on there. Some practical effects, I suppose, but if they don't learn from their mistakes with the Avatar and Dragon Ball Evolution, I don't have much hope. Will I see it? Yeah. That way I can know for myself if I have to joke about it every time I see it or if I can praise it. Who knows?
Well, I can tell what's going to happen with it. They're going to get lazy and they're going to cut characters out so they don't have to worry about that whole, costume CGI shit with some of them. Like with that one dude who has the bird forehead and he has the shadow abilities. Him, the guy, the guy who can call the animals, the one who can. Well, they might have that guy who has a tail. They might put him in there, but a bunch of them, I can't see them really putting all the classmates inside the movie in a live action film.
It would also depend on if they're going for a set story arc or if they're doing the same thing with the Dragon Ball Evolution where they're taking a select portion of it and completely changing the lore and everything behind it. Because that's a way to get rid of having to use X amount of characters or every character that's in the show. But at the same time, would you have a series or a property that's recently burst up in popularity so fast, it's going to be very awkward for both fans and regular viewers to see the movie if it's a completely different story, completely different narrative and lore, and then try to, people that might be interested in it, go back, read the manga, watch the movie, watch the show. It might confuse them in some ways, because if you try to take somebody who never saw Dragon Ball, had them watch Dragon Ball Evolution, and then tell them to watch Dragon Ball Z, they either say, A, this is not what I watched, or B, nah, fuck that, the movie was terrible.
Yeah, true. Well, I'm definitely going to watch it. And I'm going to trash if it's bad. I'll praise if it's good.
You'll definitely hear about it from us, folks.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do an episode on it when it eventually comes out, probably maybe end of next year. I forgot when it was going to come out, but whatever. They might actually, I wonder if they're going to have if someone's going to record the stage play and put it on a site somewhere to watch.
You know damn well they will.
Oh wait, you know what? No, they won't. They won't. You know why? Because Japan's strict with that shit. You know what? If they're gonna arrest people for fake Yu-Gi-Oh cards and shit, they're gonna throw someone in prison for 10 years for filming a stage play and putting it online.
Man, I give it 3 weeks after the stage play comes out, probably on 1, 2, 3 movies.
You think so?
Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not.
It might. Maybe someone might get away with it. We'll see. So my next piece of news. So I was looking at the Otaku USA magazine, right? And I noticed that they had a manga in there. And this particular manga I actually just bought about a couple days ago. And it's called Shibuya Goldfish. All right. Now you might be wondering, why would I buy something called that? Well, the reason why I bought it was because this manga is about goldfish literally going full apocalypse on people and murdering everybody.
Jesus Christ.
So
My Lord.
the manga series was made by Hiromi Aoi, all right? and it came out. It was initially published in June of this year, and it centers around it first starts off with this kid. His name is Hajime Tsukiyoda, and he's trying to film like a movie for his project and everything. And he's in Shibuya, in Tokyo, and all of a sudden these goldfish, which can fly which can move through, they can move through the air and everything, like as if they're swimming.
Jesus Lord.
Like a whole, thousands of them. And some of them are in different sizes too. Some are the sizes of whales, some are the size of sharks. And they just start eating everybody. And you see limbs and blood and gore flying everywhere. And it was really weird because it's goldfish. And it kind of reminded me of Night of the Living Dead, how the apocalypse comes out of nowhere.
This is what happens when an animator has a really bad nightmare because their goldfish just died.
This manga, going off what you just said, this manga, it did make me look at goldfish in a different light.
I'm never getting a fish again. I'm gonna throw my fish tank in the trash. Anybody want to buy it?
Because these goldfish, when they're attacking people, or as they're moving around the city, they whisper in Japanese, and they're pretty much mimicking conversations they've heard while in common households in their own fish bowls and everything. So it's kind of creepy, and it's just And the manga art is done very well. It's done in a horror aspect where the shading is dark, and they use dark ink and everything to really show you that, to really give you that horror feel while you're reading the manga. So it's pretty interesting. It was a new take. Would I buy the second volume based off what I read in the first volume? Yeah, I would, because it's different. It's and it's apocalyptic. It's just goldfish. It sounds kind of silly, but these goldfish are fucking everybody up.
Man,
I would say check it out. And yeah, so are you gonna read it, Major? What do you think? You gonna get it?
you goddamn right. I ain't no damn O'Driscoll. I'm gonna read that.
Yeah, check it out. In fact, I'll let you borrow mine. Borrow my first volume and tell me what you think of it. All right.
I can guarantee I'm gonna like it. Goldfish eating people. Let's go. That's reverse sushi.
Yeah. And then we can maybe converse about it a little bit more in the show on one of these episodes. So I don't really have much news to give tonight as far as the anime goes. There are some other things I could have mentioned, but nothing really noteworthy as far as I'm concerned. So I'm going to give the floor to you, Major, in terms of the spotlighting for Toonami.
Gotcha.
An organization that we all love, and it's continuing to thrive. So I'm gonna give it up to you. You go ahead and tell us some fun facts about Toonami.
Okay, well, as I'm sure most viewers know, for the majority of United States citizens, Toonami was the way that most people got into anime. It started off as a block and Cartoon Network. It was beautiful. It was for a short stint on WB Kids. And then it ended up being picked up by Adult Swim for the later nights, which, again, is great because most people that were watching it were kids who stayed up late in their little 12-inch box TVs watching stuff that they shouldn't have been watching on those shows. A few facts for it, though. Its revival came from an April Fool's joke by Adult Swim. On April 1st, 2012, Adult Swim had aired, well, they teased it, and they just basically reran archive footages, and they did voice dubs of Tom, and then ended up gaining so much attraction from fans of Toonami that they ended up greenlighting it later in that year, and it's been there ever since. Some bloopers, which are quite funny. The DBZ Kai, one of the episodes that they aired, they accidentally aired the episode that had the plagiarized music by Kenji Yamamoto, and it was later taken off, and then every episode after that was the ones that did not have the copyrighted music. Two of the episodes of Thundercats were played out of order, and in response to that, Tom he ended up saying later on that sometimes I just press buttons, don't know knowing what they do. I wonder what this button does, sort of as a little cover up. Funny as hell.
Yeah, I love Tom. I'm glad that was like the best avatar to use for that Toonami could ever came up with.
That's definitely.
But go ahead, keep going. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, you're good. I don't have much more on it because a lot of stuff is just some. There's like not too much. Just some simple stuff like if it's not aired on Toonami, it's because another streaming service like Crunchyroll or Hulu or Netflix had gained exclusivity rights for viewing for certain animes. For DBZ Resurrection of F, before the movie came out, Toonami had given a special sneak peek on their block, and immediately after the movie came out, the viewings for Toonami skyrocketed ridiculously. Unfortunately,
that's a Dragon Ball Z effect. That's what that is.
Hell yeah. Unfortunately, the actor from Moltar passed away on September 18th, 2016. And one last thing, which I'm sure a lot of us remember, because I personally remember this. This is actually the reason why I got into the band Gorillaz. On August 31st, 2001, they aired a small special where they had multiple music scores and videos posted. One of these was Clint Eastwood by the Gorillaz. Another one was Daft Punk's Interstellar 5555.
I think I remember that. What year was that?
2001.
Yeah, because my older cousin, he came over. I remember that. That's crazy. I forgot all about that. Because I'm actually a big fan of the Gorillaz.
Oh, really?
So,
Sweet.
Yeah, I love that band.
It's a shame the newest album wasn't the best thing ever.
Yeah. As far as that, I didn't know they pulled a little prank like that. As far as
Adult Swim?
the Adult Swim, you
Yeah.
said did that? Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little April Fool's thing, but it gained so much attraction that it ended up being greenlit. And I believe when I've read earlier, it was Steve Bloom, one of the voices for Tom, who was basically at the forefront of it, trying to get it started, and gained
Steve Bloom.
so much attraction, and really that's all she wrote. And here we are now with Toonami.
He's a huge icon in the anime industry.
Oh yeah,
Steve Bloom. Of course, as many people should know. You know, now I'm gonna stop saying that you guys should know. That's kind of ignorant. I shouldn't say that. But what I will say is Steve Bloom. He's the voice for Spike Spiegel and many other famous anime characters. So that he's done over the years. So the fact that he was the forefront of that shows that shows the amount of push and the amount of attention that it got, because he's such an icon. So I'm not surprised now after hearing that. Now, of course, those are just little fun facts about Tommy, but I do have a little a little funny thing I found about Toonami. All right, so there are 8 underrated cartoon classics that Toonami played right on their network, but there are also 8 cartoons / anime that Toonami would have liked a lot of people to forget about.
oh boy.
So Toonami listeners, once they want you to forget that they ever aired Sword Art Online on their network.
Oh.
Yeah, that's one and honestly, Sword Art Online was good for me initially, and then after season 1, they started getting into some fairy shit in season 2, and I was like, all right, this is bullshit.
You see,
And then they started, it was weird.
that's.
It had a. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I thought.
No, you're good.
I was just gonna say that's where we sort of differed, because I got into the first episode and I was done. I was like, this is boring. This took too long to start up. It did not catch my interest.
Well, a lot of people liked that it had like that Ready Player One kind of feel to it.
Yeah, and I understand that, but I don't know. I guess the first episode just didn't hook me.
Initially, it didn't hook me either. But at the time, a lot of my friends were watching it, and I was like, let me just check out. Let me just grind through it. And by like episode 4 of season 1, I was kind of hooked onto it.
Okay, I might have it to give it another shot, at least season 1, and leave it alone. Spare my my feelings if I get into it, knowing that the rest of it isn't going to be so grand.
Right. Now, a show that they want you guys to remember that they played was Duel Masters, which actually caught me off guard after reading that.
Really?
Because Duel Masters is just a Yu-Gi-Oh ripoff. So, but it did get a lot of popularity though. So I personally never really got into that show. Did you ever watch Duel Masters?
I remember it very vaguely, but again, at the time I was extra young, and anything that resembled Yu-Gi-Oh was the best thing in the world to me.
Oh, okay. I see Yu-Gi-Oh was like, for me. I did, I checked it out, but I never really was a big fan of Yu-Gi-Oh either. So Duel Masters didn't do anything for me. But the next show that Toonami would like you guys to forget they ever played on the network is Dragon Ball GT.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. I will say, as a diehard Dragon Ball fan, I do not blame Toonami for this. GT was the most boring shit that they ever pulled. Like, the only good part was Baby Vegeta and the ending fights. That was it. The rest of the series was the same thing. Goku, Trunks, Pan. They go to different planets doing the same exact thing over and over again. I had to grind through the show all summer one year just because I was so bored.
You know, I hated GT with a passion. You saw the meme I put up on the Facebook group for GT. Yo, when I read that Toonami wanted everyone to forget they ever played GT on their network, I was fucking laughing my ass off.
Got you. I'm gonna make a meme later and post it to the page. You're gonna see it. You'll laugh.
Another one that they want you to remember. I don't know if you ever watched IGPX. It was like that racing. Oh
yeah,
anime.
that racing anime. I don't remember too much, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they had some pretty good. They had Mark Hamill was a voice in it. So was Michelle Rodriguez. It got a lot of popularity, especially from those voice actors, those actual actors voice acting in it.
I'm not surprised that Mark Hamill dabbled in anime. He dabbles in everything he can get his hands into.
Oh yeah. Another one that they want you to forget is Bobobo.
Really? I fucking love that show.
I hate that show. That is probably my least favorite anime of all time.
Really?
I hate that show.
Oh my god.
That show was so stupid. I did not know what was going on. And
that was
all that Bobobo shit. Oh my god.
That was the fun of it. The fun of it was you didn't know what the hell was going on. You just knew it was this buff ass dude with this weird mustache.
Well, I got a question. How the fuck did they get through 78 episodes of that shit? 78.
How did they get through 800 episodes of One Piece and it's still fresh?
I got it. I can't. Nah, you can't put that. You can't put One Piece in the same grouping as Bobo. Damn fucking Bobo. You can't do that. I'm gonna go through the rest of these real quick so we can get into everything else. But all right. So as far as remembering, they want you to remember Cyborg 009. The show about all those cyborgs with the individual powers and everything. Yep. Did you see that?
I have no complaints with that answer.
Yeah, that was a good anime, actually. They want you to forget some shit called DICE. DICE, which stands for DNA Integrated Cybernetic Enterprises. All right, next. All right,
disqualified.
Yeah, right? They want you to remember Michiko and Hatchin, which actually is a really good anime. I don't know if you've heard of that one or not.
No, I didn't, actually.
That one is actually, for the sake of time, I'm not going to explain too much about it, but I will say check it out. All right, I'll give a little bit. There is this girl named Hana. She lives in an abused foster home, and this crazy criminal who claims to be her mother rescues her from it. And the way she rescues her, she's like on a moped.
Okay. Okay.
No, it's good. It's better than, all right. Some people might look at it and think of like FLCL sort of.
See, I was about to say that's some fully coolie type shit with the moped.
Yeah, but this actually I think is much better than FLCL,
really?
In my opinion. Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot more. I mean, FLCL, I watched the first season. I got through most of the second season, but I still didn't know what was going on. I had no idea what I was watching, and I was just confused. And of course, another one I want you to remember, Mobile Suit Gundam 00880, War in the Pocket. Of course, it wasn't like a good Gundam show.
Anything with Gundam in it is going to get a pass, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Especially from you.
They want you to remember Megas XLR. Remember the "You dig giant robots, we dig giant robots, chicks dig giant robots." You remember? Tell me you remember that. Okay, good. Okay. I'm gonna stop there. There's some other stuff in here, but I really, whatever. Anyway, but I'm gonna stop there as far as that. What Toonami wants you guys to remember and what they want you to forget. But yeah, those are just little fun facts about Toonami that we wanted to mention to you guys, especially since we did that little excerpt on it last episode. We actually would have done more on Toonami. We would have done a full spotlight, but due to certain complications, we had to change our route a little bit. That's okay. I'm adaptable, as is Major.
Yes, sir.
So, do you have any news, Major, you want to give out before I close out our news segment?
Nothing in the anime world. I do have something in the gaming world, at least.
Oh, hit us.
Amazon has had a really, really big oof, and I mean a really big one, when for Black Friday they announced they're going to have a special stream and have some exclusive information on Kingdom Hearts and DLC. Well, the issue was, on Friday, on their stream, their actual quote-unquote news, it was just news about news coming on the next stream. And what they announced and showed was nothing more than a shortened trailer of the newest trailer when they promised it was going to be an exclusively new trailer. So what they did was, unfortunately, they released a response online saying, sorry, the trailer that we had was consumed by the darkness, which was their way of punning in that there was complications with the trailer and they weren't allowed to show it. Unfortunately, during the stream, though, the only thing, again, that we saw was just a shortened trailer of the most recent trailer, and the Keyblade that was originally shown in Japan as like a 7-Eleven DLC sort of thing was just remarketed in the US and everywhere else for Amazon as an Amazon Keyblade when you pre-order off of Amazon. There's speculation going around that they never intend to show a new trailer because during the stream, when they exit out of the video where they're starting it up, I don't remember exactly, the file name was like Amazon Kingdom Hearts trailer. So people are speculating that that was the original trailer, that they're never going to show anything new, or perhaps that was just a backup. So nobody's really sure, but all anybody knows is that everybody's super upset that they were wasted time on a Friday stream to figure out something about Monday, which was already information that was let out long ago, especially when we saw the Keyblade at E3 trailers. So there was nothing new. People wasted time watching 2 streams, and now people are pissy at Amazon.
Wow. Amazon, they don't really fuck up like that usually, do they? It's kind of weird.
I wouldn't be surprised if they just did it for the viewership and trying to get people to pre-order the game on their site. I wouldn't be surprised.
You kind of had me lost. I'm still thinking about that corny ass, it was lost in the darkness.
Yeah, that was their way of trying to punt in and saying, look, we couldn't get the trailer because of complications. But at that point, everybody that viewed it was so confused that you would have been better off saying, yes, there were complications, we couldn't give it to you, but we have this trailer instead of giving it a pun. It was consumed by darkness. It left everybody confused. Nobody knew what the hell they were talking about.
Oh, yeah, because not only did you, screw up an announcement or a stream, but you apologized with a lame-ass pun that no one understood. Like,
yeah, it's like, we don't know what this is in reference to. What
Whatever.
you mean it was consumed by darkness? Like, you trying to throw up hands now or
Yeah.
something? You just wasted hours of my time.
So, Amazon...
Get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit, so it's together.
That's all I got to say about that.
I'd say disqualified.
But thank you for... yeah, I have actually an order coming from Amazon in the mail, so I don't...
You trying to lay off. You don't want them to hear this.
They might put some anthrax in my shit. So
You want a protein, huh? I got you now.
yeah, right. So that being said, that's pretty much it for our news segment.
And that's the way the news goes.
Now you know what time it is, right?
Unfortunately.
Yep, it's time for the Guess That Anime opening. All right, my favorite segment on the show, and it's time to... I hope you get it this time. I hope you get it. All right, it's time for Guess That Anime. Woo! I love that music. I don't know what it is. So it's like so
Man, it's
mystical.
just fresh. Every time I hear it.
I loved how last episode you thought it was the opening I was
Yeah, I
actually
was so
playing.
confused. I was so
for the Guess
nervous.
That-
I was like, no, I don't know. Oh,
All right, so it's time. All right,
man.
So here we go. Now I'm going to play this this anime opening here, everybody. And as you all know, Major, if you know the answer to it, feel free to say so. All right. If not, then I will play it again at the end of the show for all your listeners out there to give you guys some more time. Now, Major,
Have
are you ready?
mercy.
I hope you get this one, or I'm gonna shame you if you don't.
Look, the rest of the
Here
show
we
I'm gonna
go.
be shamed as it is.
That's true. That's true. All right. So here we go for our number one, for our pick. I don't have two tonight. All right. I only got
It's
one.
even worse.
Lucky you. All right. So everyone, here's the first choice, the first guess or answer, whatever you want to call it, to guess that anime. Here we go.
Yeah, sharp like an edge of a samurai sword, the mental blade cut through flesh and bone. No, my mind's at peace.
Major, do you know this anime opening?
It's
silence
bugging
says
me
it
how
all.
familiar it sounds. Like that's what's bugging me the most of all. It's not that I don't know it, it's just that it sounds so familiar. So it's bugging me right now that I nothing's coming to my mind, but it sounds so damn familiar. And I know it's gonna bug me when you tell me the answer. I know it's gonna bug me so much.
I know. So I will wait until the end of the show to give the answer to get the this night's pick for guess that anime
It
opening.
is so I just
I will say one thing. There's no doubt that there are a lot of listeners right now who are shaking their
I'm
heads at
100%
you for
sure
not
it is
knowing
so
that.
familiar.
Oh, man. But that's all right. That's all right. So let's get into tonight's main segment. All right. This is going to be part one of the Geek Blues Walk of Shame. Me and Major are going to give you guys the anime that we have never seen, but should have seen because we're anime fans. All right. Now, Major, do you want to go first? You want to shed first blood, or would you like me to do it?
Hey, I'm already riding the shame train from the last segment, so I might as well.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh.
All right, so tell us, what is an anime that you should have seen that you didn't? And if it's bad, I'll give you, I'll throw a little shade your way. If not, then it might not be that bad.
Are we gonna go back and forth
All right.
1 and 1?
Yeah, we'll go back and forth.
All right, that's fine. So this one is a little bit kind of on the shameful side, just because my girlfriend owns like every movie, every manga for this, but it's Evangelion. Yeah.
What? Oh,
Well,
you never
to be
seen it?
fair, there was a time when she had a movie playing of it, but I was so confused because it was like a second or third movie that I was just sitting there drinking instead. So
Evangelion, that's a classic one, and you're a Gundam fan. Not surprised you haven't seen that one.
I watched Gundam as a kid. I enjoyed it. I never knew what the hell was going on, but I enjoyed it. So I'm kicking myself in the butt right now that I haven't seen Evangelion.
Well, I gotta do it.
Disqualified.
Yep.
All right, so my turn. Okay, this is actually an anime movie, all right, that I have not seen yet, okay? But I have seen animes based off of this movie, okay? So I'm going to just go out here and rip off the Band-Aid. I have yet to watch Ninja Scrolls.
Really?
I have not watched it.
I mean,
And it's old school. I should have watched
I can't
it.
exactly throw shade your way because I have seen an episode or two of stuff like that before, but I never watched it fully, so I can't really say much, but I'm just surprised you have never, actually.
I know, and you know what? I'm gonna make a point to watch it after this episode, after this recording is done. I won't watch it immediately, but I do need to watch it because I honestly, when people bring up Ninja Scroll, I just like nod my head and smile. Like I've seen the shows based off of. I've seen the anime called Basilisk, which I love Basilisk. It's kind of based off of Ninja Scrolls, but I've not seen the old school traditional movie. Now, I do control the soundboard on the show, so I'm going. I'm gonna be a good sport, and I'll shame myself for that.
There we go. That's what I wanted to hear.
Okay. All right, your turn.
I have not seen Fist of the North Star.
Well, guess what? Neither have I. I know, it's so bad.
Oh, I'm so glad I'm not
man.
the only one. I was thinking, I was like, damn, I know for sure somebody's watched this.
I know. I have not. That's part of my shame as an
Damn.
anime fan.
We need that.
I have not.
That is one that every anime fan should watch. We need to double disqualify. We need that double soundboard.
Yes.
Disqualified. Disqualified.
Oh, okay. You know what? I was gonna. Man, I need to get my shit together. See, I feel really bad. Yeah, people, I have not seen Fist of the North Star. All right. Will I be watching? Because I feel so shameful right now. I will be watching it within the week after this recording is
I will definitely be
published.
watching.
I cannot wait to see what Bill and Dandy have to say for their walk of shame, because hopefully
I'm
it's
hoping that it's worse. I'm just hoping that it's worse. But I've got a lot of big names on this list, so I'm not very faithful in that.
Now, all right, you already said Fist of the North Star for yours, and of course I just said I haven't seen that one either. So it's my turn. Everybody, I've not seen Kill the Kill.
Are you serious? Because that's on my list too.
Nope, I've not seen Kill the Kill. I don't think, honestly, as an anime fan, I don't think it's a mandatory. It might be a mandatory watch. I don't know. It's only the two of us on this episode tonight, so it's hard for me to kind of judge if this particular anime or the animes I'm going to say are must sees. I know Fist of the North Star is a must see. I know Ninja Scrolls is.
At least
All
I don't
right.
feel so bad.
But I have. I don't know if Kill the Kill was like a must see. I gotta
we
get
don't
a
know.
second
We didn't
opinion.
see it. Tell us. Tell us.
Exactly. My cousin did. He told me to watch it, and maybe I should have, but I just
Ugh.
never did. All right, so
Oh man.
your turn. Go ahead.
I've never watched Code Geass.
What did you say, nigga?
Oh, I was not expecting
You've never
that.
seen Code Geass?
Oh. No.
You've never seen Code Geass?
Like, if
That
I
is a
saw an
must-see.
episode of it when I was
Oh.
younger, maybe I did, but I just don't have any recollection of it.
You have not seen Code Geass. You got to watch that. You got to watch that, definitely. Oh man, that was a great show. I watched it twice. I'm not gonna lie.
I
watched
want to
it
make
twice.
a point in saying that soundboard you just used, that sound bit, was the most perfect sound bit I've ever heard in my life to a comment ever. I love that so much.
Well, it was a special night tonight, so I figured I'd break out something different. And I'm a huge Boondocks fan. Boondocks. I'm sorry. Boondocks fan. Yeah, I'm a big Boondocks fan, so I wanted to get like a little something in there. All right,
I just
your turn.
went. I just said Code Geass.
You did? What'd you say? Oh, my bad. Code Geass. All right. So I know Bill and Dandy are gonna get me for this one. All right, because I think I might have pretended to watch this when they mentioned it before. But I've never seen Gurren Lagann.
No.
I've never seen Gurren Lagann. No.
You better disqualify yourself right now.
Disqualified.
How have you not? It's such a short anime. How have you not seen it?
I know. I heard it was good. I just never got around to. Look. All right, here in my defense. All right, there's so many anime in the world, and I've watched so many. I might have just bypassed a few, not purposefully. Just sometimes you just gotta
just slip by sometimes. Yeah, I know, but that is not an exception.
I know. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to make it up to you and everybody else. And I'm sorry, Bill and Dandy, for pretending to have seen it.
I just want to say I am so surprised that there was something on your list that I actually watched.
I'm actually surprised too.
Well then.
Oh, my bad. No offense.
Oh.
All right, I took that Band-Aid off. All right.
I
right, go ahead,
never
you.
watched Fairy Tail.
Okay, I can't shame you for that. Neither have I. Yeah, just the way it looks and everything like that. And I heard it's like a ripoff of Naruto. I never really got into it.
That's the outlook that I had on it when I first saw things about it, or when I first like watched the previews of episodes and stuff. It just didn't interest me enough for it.
Yeah, and it's a lot about magic
that,
and
I'll just watch
everything.
Naruto.
And yeah, I'm not really big into that whole genre that Fairy Tail had going on with it. But you know, it has a
Yeah.
pretty decent fandom. So I'm sure it's not. But how many episodes is it now? I'm not watching all those episodes.
episodes.
I'm sure it's a lot. If they compare it to Naruto, I'm sure it's in the
I
hundreds.
wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, so I'm not watching it. All right. Yeah, so Fairy Tail I haven't seen either, so I can't shame you for that one. All right, so another one I have not seen, actually. And this one I heard was pretty popular. It's called No Game, No Life.
So when I was making this list, I actually saw that one, and I was like, I've never heard of that before either. Write it down.
Yeah, I was told to give it a look, but I never really got around to it because sometimes some new anime come up and you're like, oh wow, I'm gonna watch this or I'm gonna watch that. But I have not seen No Game No Life. The opening for No Game No Life is actually a pretty good opening though. I'll give it that. But I did hear from a friend that there are like scenes in there where like the older brother is like bathing his little sister and they're both like teenagers.
Hey, that's
So I was
Japan
like,
for
what?
you, I guess.
Yeah, no comment.
Just Japanese things.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, yeah. So moving on. All right, go ahead.
All
Rip
right,
off another Band-Aid for us.
I haven't watched Sailor Moon.
Oh, damn!
Disqualified.
How could you not watch? You never
If
watched
I
Sailor
did,
Moon?
I didn't care to keep watching it. Damn, I got that double disqualify.
All right, you did. I had to because that was like. Actually, you won't believe it or not, Sailor Moon kind of set the pace for a lot of like superhero anime.
Yeah, I'm not
that are
surprised.
going on today.
I'm not surprised.
And in fact, I gotta thank my little sister for me watching that anime because while I was watching Dragon Ball Z, she will always watch Sailor Moon. So we would just watch both of them since they were. So that's how I learned all about Sailor Moon. I even know the theme song, which I'm not going to sing on this pod. Should I sing it? No, I'm not going to sing that.
It depends on how much you want to make the viewers laugh.
I do
and
know it
smile.
though. It goes like fighting evil by moonlight. Okay, I'm done. Living love by daylight, never running from a real fight. She is the one named Sailor Moon. All right, that's all you guys are getting. Okay,
Give it up for the man.
all right,
Give it up for
and
Genbu.
whatever. Yeah, that's me trying to balance out the waves after you admitting you haven't watched it.
All right then.
All right. So, okay, the next one for me, I'm going to have to say would be, it's actually an anime movie. One I've not seen. It was actually made by Miyazaki. I have not seen
Really?
My Neighbor Totoro. I have not seen that one. I've seen most of his movies. I've not seen that one yet, though.
That's surprising. That's very surprising. That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what. Maybe it was the name of the title.
Maybe.
I don't know. But I know it's a great movie, and I just haven't gotten around to it. I've seen mostly all of his other works, mostly all of them, but I've not seen that one. And I do want to check it out, but I know as an anime fan, it's shameful that I've not seen it yet. So I'm putting it out there, people. I've not seen My Neighbor Totoro. All right, and I'll shame myself on that.
Get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit, so it's together.
I'll put it together. And watch it. All right, go
I
ahead.
haven't watched Spirited Away. I'm joking. I am 100% joking. Don't.
Yo.
No, I'm joking.
Yo, my finger was like a millimeter away from the soundboard.
Oh no! Trust me, I've watched that plenty of times. I just wanted to get you with that. I wanted to give you a damn heart attack.
That was good. You almost did. I was like, oh no. I was like, no.
I haven't watched Blue Exorcist.
I don't want to shame you for that because I checked out Blue Exorcist, but I couldn't really get into it. I couldn't. It really wasn't my thing. I I don't know if the fans would shame me for that. I don't know, but myself, I control the soundboard, so I'm not going to shame you for not watching that because I didn't find it all too interesting, really. And maybe I should have given it more of a chance because a friend of mine was real into it. But I watched like the first episode and like half of the second, and I was like, all right, time to go eat. And I never went back to it.
Oh.
So pretty much, all I got to say about
it was boring.
Yeah, and they kept on going on and on about, all this BS. And I was like, what are they even talking about?
You just blah, blah, gay sex, blah, blah, Congress. You got to be interesting.
So that's pretty much all I was hearing, throughout the whole thing. So I was like, I'm not really watching this. So I'm not going to shame you for that. I'm not going to shame you. All right. Now, my next one, I'm going to have to say I didn't. Now, I don't know what's worse. The fact that I did watch this, or I did check it out. All right. But I think it was because I came home from work and, I was tired. I didn't finish it, but I fell asleep during it.
So the
Akira.
funny thing is, I actually have that on my list as well. I do, because it's an anime that I know exists. I've had multiple opportunities to watch it, and I just always put it off.
Yeah, it actually is a really good anime movie. I've checked out the manga for it. All right, but the movie, I think it was just a bad day for me, and I just fell asleep. I never got. I know I might be getting crucified for that, but I will check it out again. All right, but I did check out the manga. All right, so I get points for that, hopefully. All right. So Akira is a good show, but you should check it out. I'm definitely gonna check it out the movie again.
Oh yeah,
in the very near future. All right. In fact, I want to do an episode on it, to be honest, and dedication to it. So I do want to do that. All right. All right. Give it to us.
I'm going to be crucified because it's not that I haven't seen this before. It's just I never finished it. It wasn't even because of lack of opportunity. I just never went back into it. Like, I watched some of it, got off of it, and just never went back to it. I don't know why. It was Ghost in the Shell. I never finished it.
You checked it out, though?
Watched it because it was on when somebody else was watching it, but other than that, like, I've never tried to pursue it, or I never really even got into it. I don't even remember much of it at all. Like, that's how much I was just out of focus with it.
Ghost in the Shell is one of my favorite animes of all time. It's up there for me. It really is. I mean, I don't want to shame you for it because Ghost in the Shell is kind of like it can be very esoteric at times with the dialogue and with its sci-fi aspects and everything. So I'm not going to shame you for it, but I will say definitely I give it a chance.
The newest.
Have you seen the movie? Like the anime? Okay. The movie? No, not the live action. All right, I'm talking.
So you can shame me for that one.
Yeah, I will shame you for that.
Disqualified.
Definitely check that movie out. That movie set the pace for a lot of sci-fi. Now, another one I have that I've never seen, but I heard it's really good. Steins
I've heard
Gate.
of it, yeah.
You ever heard of that
I've
one?
never watched it either.
All right, so
Nah,
we can't
really
really. So you can't shame me then. So that's good. I know it deals with like time traveling and things like that, but I'm not really big into time traveling for many reasons. Because now I'm not going to get political in this podcast, but anyway. All right, so
Yeah,
I'm just not big into
for me,
time
I just feel like that
traveling,
it often ends up muddying up the story because you can account everything for just time travel.
Yeah, so Steins Gate, never seen. I'm probably not going to check it out, to be honest, unless I get an email from one of you listeners telling me to do so. Then I will, but until then, I'm gonna stay on the other side of the fence as far as viewership goes. All right, go ahead.
Samurai Champloo.
You never seen Samurai Champloo?
Yeah, I made you even have a voice crack and everything. No, it's like
it did because that was the opening I played for Guess
me.
That Anime opening.
I knew it had something to do with samurais too. Like
Wow.
I felt it.
There's nothing you can say to justify.
There really
not
isn't. I
watching
just, for the most part, I never really knew that it was a thing. Like I'm pretty sure I saw clips of it, but I just never knew the name of the anime. Like now that I'm looking at it, I'm pretty sure I've seen clips of it before. I just never watched the anime.
Yeah, Toonami, Adult Swim had it on for a while. They still play it on Adult Swim. That's a legendary. That's a
I don't
legendary.
have
That's up there with
cable
Cowboy
anymore, so
Bebop
that's
for
my
me.
excuse.
Well, get a smart TV and get some Crunchyroll or
I
something and check
definitely
that out. Yeah. Check it out. But until you check it out,
Disqualified.
I don't really have much more on my list, to be honest. I will say one I haven't never really checked out, Lupin the Third.
The hell's that?
Have you checked that out? Lupin the Third. It was on Adult Swim or Toonami, or I think it was Adult Swim, but I never really got into it because of the animation. So I thought it was just some silly comic show for Bobo. But it turns out it's a big, it's a big following. But I never watched Lupin, so I'm not going to shame myself for that since you don't know what it is.
All right, I'm just gonna shotgun off all the rest that was on my list that I haven't watched that I should probably watch.
Okay, go ahead, shotgun. Let's do shotgun because I'm pretty much out.
Right.
My list is pretty much done.
Psycho-Pass.
So go ahead, and shotgun.
Disqualified.
7 Deadly
All right,
Sins.
next.
Disqualified.
No, I'm kidding. That was a joke. 7 Deadly Sins. I checked it out. I really wasn't into it too much. It was all right. I'm not a big fan of it. So go ahead. I take that back. I was kidding with that one.
Future
Go ahead,
Diary.
shotgun. I will. Checked it out. Wasn't really too much
Tommy
into
got
it, so
killed.
I'm not going to shame you.
Yep, there we go.
Disqualified.
You definitely.
And the last one that I have
watch
on my
that one.
list is Kinnikuman. Kinnikuman?
What?
K
Are you saying that right?
Kinnikuman.
Kinnikuman. I never heard of that.
Oh,
What?
this is
What
this
is
is
that?
something. It's a manga series. This is one that I guess it also had an anime. It was one that I knew existed. I watched a little bit of, but I never got too into.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't shame you for something I never heard of. But I'm gonna read a few real quick. All right. I'm a shotgun. I'm gonna test you real quick. I'm gonna see
Got
if you watched any of these. All right. I'm gonna shotgun a few of them. Obviously, I know you've seen Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
Right.
I thought that was
Okay.
just I thought
Yeah.
that was just fact at this point. I didn't know you're asking a question.
Okay. Good. All right.
Yep.
All right. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Okay. Good. Mobile Suit Gundam. I know you've seen. Have you seen Rurouni Kenshin?
No.
Disqualified.
Have you seen Hunter x Hunter or Hunter x Hunter?
I just didn't get
You
into
didn't like it?
Like I feel like most of the shows that I didn't get into, if I give it a rewatch, I'd probably enjoy it more. But at the time, I guess I just didn't interest me at the time enough. Yeah.
All
of
right. What
course.
about Yu Yu Hakusho?
Okay,
Okay, good.
It's about to be
Thank
kicked
God.
off the show.
All right. And you.
Yeah, of course, man.
And
That was
you
like one of the
Yasha.
first things I ever watched on Adult Swim.
Okay, good. All right, yeah. So that was our walk of shame, everybody. All right, you've heard it, and this is part one because we still got to hear from Bill and Danny Guy in Space. Their walk of shame. Excuse me. That's pretty much all we have for the for this episode. Unless you want to add anything, Major.
Not really. Other than I have a question for you. Did you ever check out Soul Eater?
I did. I watched like the first season, but I fell off of it.
It's one of those underrated shows that does grow on you after a while. I enjoyed it when I used to watch it.
I did like that Frankenstein dude who
Yeah.
was fucking up everybody while sitting in that chair. Yeah, I forgot his name.
I think it was
Dr. Stein or something like that. He's pretty cool. I like that character, but other than that, I didn't really.
Fair enough.
I kind of fell off of it.
I don't have a soundboard, so you
Yeah.
know. Fair enough.
The perks of being the main podcast host, having control of the soundboard. So everybody, all right, now you can catch us at www.geekbluespodcast.com. All right. If you want to comment or recommend some anime that were not mentioned tonight that we should have seen or didn't see, you can email us. You can go to our website and go to our contact us page and write in there wherever you want. Say whatever you want to say, type whatever you want to type. Catch us on all forms of social media. We are on Instagram at Geek Blues Podcast. We are on Twitter. All right, we are on Facebook. Join our Facebook group. It's called the Geek Blues Anime and Gaming Roundtable. All right, it's very accessible. Anyone's open to join. Come over there, spread your ideology, and join our discussions and whatnot. It's a pretty fun time. Put a meme up there, whatever you want to do. Just don't do anything too nuts. All right. Other than that, everybody, thank you for listening in, and I cannot wait for Bill and Danny to get on here next week so I can find out what they gotta say.
This time I can do the shaming.
So pretty much that's all I got. So everybody have a good night.
Have a wonderful night. Keep staying tuned and be safe.
Yep. Peace out.